How's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7, and Newcastle United are safely, well, better late than never, through to the quarter-finals of the League Cup, thanks to, by the absolute seat of his pants, he must have been wearing the most luckiest of luckiest socks this week, I tell you, because we didn't deserve it. We could have said that, you know, previously against the likes of Blackburn, we didn't deserve it, but we were through. And again, we didn't deserve it. We deserved fuck all because we really put in fuck all, but we did get through. We did defeat League 2 Newport on penalty kicks after a 1-1 draw. John Joe Shelby getting us out of the shite with an absolute worldie with, what, 3 minutes left to go. Bruce thinks we deserved it. Personally, me, nah, can't see it. We didn't deserve it. They were the better side. You know, they were more purposeful, more passionate. They played with more purpose, more style, better tactics, you name it. They looked to exploit our weaknesses, which is something that we just seemingly don't do. But at the end of the day, they come up short. We didn't. We're through. That is fantastic. I always want Newcastle to win. You know, the football on show by Bruce, not just this season, not this is the last couple of games, like he keeps going on as he's sniping at fans like he likes to do. This isn't this season. This isn't a game. This is since you've arrived. The football has been nothing short of bollocks, and he's relied on more fucking luck than Peter Crouch did. Yeah? We all know what I'm on about with that, don't we? But you know, luck will only get you so far, and we've had a lot of it. You know, the expected luck, if you look on that, we are at the top. We are at the top of something. Because if you look on every other way to measure a football game, chances created, possession, shots on target, we are at the bottom, on either bottom or in the bottom three of the Premier League for doing what we do. The football is disgusting. 3 shots on target in 3 games. It is luck that we are where we are in the league. It is as simple as that. You know, Bruce can harp on about what he wants to harp on about, and he normally just sits there and blame Rafford for all of his shortcomings, but he has had tens of millions of pounds worth to spend on players. He has had last season and this season so far to be able to put his fingerprints on it and to coach them in the way to perform how he wants to perform. Don't give me, Bruce, that it's defensive tactics that are being drilled into them, because half of the team aren't even Raffers anymore. So don't give me that shit. You have got new players bringing in your culture as a result of your coaching, and I'm judging things on that. Yes, we've had a reasonable start to the season. Brighton, we were disgusting. No shots on target at home is unfucking forgivable. I don't give a shit. Last season, again, how many times did we have to rely on luck? A la this season against Newport. A la this season against Spurs. And so on and so forth. But look at last season, Everton, Watford, Chelsea. Time and time again, Newcastle have to rely on luck. And why are we relying on luck as a football club? Because luck is only temporary. Form is only temporary. Class is permanent. There's a talented group of players there that I firmly believe, hand on heart, if a decent manager, if a good manager had them, and was able to set them up to get the most out of them, we would be performing a lot better and getting more goals, more shots on target, more possession, better football, and so on and so forth. I am sick to the back fucking teeth of listening to Steve Bruce come out with his excuses. I am sick and tired of him coming out attacking the fans and criticising the fans for saying that they've got unrealistic expectations for them, saying it's not good enough, that you get scrutinised in the Newcastle job. No shit, of course you do, but you also get scrutinised at every other club. If fans aren't happy, they are going to scrutinise. And yeah, Steve Bruce has probably had a fair amount of scrutiny over his managerial career, because literally most places he's gone, he's been dog shit. Now, do I want him to be dog shit at Newcastle? No. Was he my choice for a manager? No. Has Charlie got a massive thing for 1990s ex-Man United failed morons who belong in some sort of dinosaur place? Jurassic Park, if you will. Yeah, he has. This manager, I'm sick and tired of the excuses. It's like Pardew's excuse bingo. Brucey's got his own version. Brucey's excuse tombola or something like that, probably. The useless bastard. I'm getting to the stage now where every time I see him, you know, yeah, people used to stot cabbages off his head. I can understand that at the moment, because I'll tell you what, if I had a cabbage and I was in the stadium, I'd tie it off his head as well, probably. Because he's doing me tits in. I want Newcastle to win. I always do. And those people who go, oh, I hope Newcastle lose so he'll be out of his job quicker. Nah, I'm not in that boat. I want Newcastle to win. But the style of football and his excuses and the amount of just luck he has to get to stay in a job as opposed to anything else is disgusting. And I've had my stomach's fill of it. So get your Steves together and either get some sort of plan A, and a plan B would be nice in case plan A isn't working. Get on the coaching field and get them playing a style of football, a brand of football. Get the best out of these players. Or, Steve, do me a favour and clean your desk and get all the other Steves and fuck off out the club. Because yes, we're through. Great, fantastic. We've got Brentford away in the next round before Christmas. That will be a difficult match because yes, they are a championship team. But I tell you what, they're playing a certain way. They have a go. They'll get shots on target. They'll make things difficult. They've got an ex-Newcastle striker in front who's dying to stick the boot into Newcastle. You can't blame him. So yeah, get it sorted. The league is the league. We're going to try and get to 40 points as soon as possible, and then it's literally lads on holiday, right? We know that. It happens every single season under Ashley. And if we don't, we go down. Which, again, only happens under Ashley. And Ashley is the problem, don't get me wrong. Just, literally, get us to 40 points, Steve. Satisfy the powers that be. And let's see where we go in the cup, because if we go out, it'll be, well, we got to the quarters just like before. The old Ashley Newcastle version of we're happy to lose, just not by too many. Well, no, I want us to win. I'm 40 next month, and I have seen Newcastle win one trophy in my lifetime, and that was an oversized TV fucking aerial of a trophy. That's it. So yeah, I'm a passionate Newcastle fan. I want the best for my team. You, Steve Bruce, reckon that you are also a Newcastle United fan. Your dad would have been so proud, etc, etc, etc. Well, if that's the case, put a bit of fight into it so that if we are behind and we are losing, I'm seeing a bit of passion from the side. Because I see more passion from the bastard Teletubbies that the kids are watching than what I watch when I see Steve Bruce at the side of the pitch. I don't see us changing plans. We're getting absolutely destroyed against Brighton. He stood there with his hands in his pockets doing goodness knows what. Meanwhile, I'm at home screaming and shouting, change the fucking tactics! Do something! They're all over us! It's worse than COVID! It's every fucking way, Brighton! But he can't see that, can he? Or he can see it and he won't do fuck all about it because he's not brave enough. And I tell you something, the one person who's benefiting from having no fans inside that stadium is Steve Bruce, because he would have been told exactly that beforehand of us demanding bastards. Don't demand a lot, just want them to have a go. Stop hearing your excuses about Rafa all the time. He's the only one who bangs on about him. Rafa fulfilled his contract and left because he couldn't work with the absolute rodents that run the fucking club. That's the end of that one. We get Bruce, we never wanted him. Charlie obviously fancies his arse. Because nobody else would give Steve Bruce a fucking Premier League job. Let me mark your cards on that one. And all these people in the press, oh, They should be very pleased. They've got a good manager there in Bruce. He may be a lovely person. I'm not talking about him as a person. I am talking about him as a manager. And if he's so fucking lovely, why doesn't he fuck off to one of your clubs? Or when the Spurs job comes up, or the Man United job comes up, or something like that, why isn't he being linked to that? Why isn't he in the bookies listings for these jobs when they come up? Let's think. Well, why? It could be something to do with the fact that he's absolutely dog shit and has never done fucking jack shit. He's a championship manager at best. That's my opinion. Wasn't my choice, but he is the choice. So you give him the time. You know, you're sitting there and think, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Whoever comes in after Rafa, because he's a popular manager who's left, and we didn't really want him to go. It's a difficult act to follow. You give him time, but how much time do you give him? When the performances, at times you'd rather stick fucking phones in your eyes than watch us. I had a mate, he messaged back. I texted him about the match. He says, "Oh, I just fell asleep. You just woke me back up." I went, "Yeah, exactly." I says, "I'm nearly fucking asleep watching this level of absolute dross." You can't defend it. And luck will run out. And when the luck runs out, what else is there? Because there's no plan A, there's no plan B. And he's got a talented group of players who we should be able to get more of. And then you've got John Joe coming out, well, we would have played hoofball before. Really? And what's this? Andy Carroll had the turning capabilities of a fucking Renault Espace. They figured him out, totally Newport. The managers outfought Steve Bruce. They outplanned him. Unbelievable. Carroll, he's a Geordie, he's one of us. He's a character. He's probably great in the dressing room. He can come on and get the odd assist. Should he be starting the game? No. Why is that? Oh, I don't know. Probably because he moves about at the same speed as a house brick. Oh my word. Is it just me who can see that we're short up top? Does Bruce not see that we're short up top? Dwight Gale's out. Oh, well, we won't actually bother signing anyone. We'll actually send Muto out on loan. We'll give him to somebody. And they might pay 10% of his wages. Oh, isn't that great? Aren't I a clever man? No, you're not. The best part of him, dribble down his mother's leg. We all know that. And whatever remnants is left, his mother could probably do a better fucking job. Oh my word. You sit in, you look forward to it. And then what gets served up is tripe. Yes, we are through. Yes, we are through. Fantastic. We are through. Brilliant. We've got Brentford. Fantastic. Although they will be saying exactly the same. They will be sitting there going, great, we've got Newcastle away. That's a major chance for us to get through to the semi-finals. They'll be thinking exactly like us. Make no qualms about it. And that brings me on finally to what's coming up at the weekend. Because I'm not going to talk about transfers, because let's face it, we might look if we get a loan. We'll be looking if we get a loan. With the players that are going out, we might get a loan in. Burnley. They've had a bit of a dog shit start to the season. But it's Sean Dyche. And he can have dog shit starts to the season because you know he will get results out of them. He knows how to get a tune out of that particular instrument, yeah? Tried, tested, done it umpteen times, he knows. So it will be a difficult game. And you talk about judging people on particular style of play and this and the other. Let's see how we play against a team who is going to sit back, be well organised, look for set pieces, work hard, be disciplined. Let's see how we do against them, eh? And let's see if the excuse book comes out again. I'm supposing it'll be Rafa's fault or this, that and the other. Or I'm assuming he's found the Alan Pardew book of excuses, which must have been left in the manager's office. Either which way. Don't expect much of Steve Bruce. I really don't. I don't expect a great deal off the man. I just want him to have a plan and try and implement a plan and change things if the plan, said plan, is not working. make substitutions, see the glaringly obvious. Because if I can see it at home, then surely everybody else can. Surely he can see what's going on. Has he not 2 eyes? Do we not need to get him to Ballycastle for an eye test? I don't bloody know. But I'm sick and tired of him having to go at the Newcastle fans. I'm sick and tired of him having to go at anybody else. Even the press and stuff like that. The goal celebration by John Joe. An empty stadium and he's put his fingers in the ears, running past the press. Give over, man. Just concentrate. John Joe is a talented lad. He can do it. He can do stuff on a football pitch that not many other people can. So concentrate on that and not the other shit. Get your performances in order and consistent and doing well. And then if we can do that, we can take it from there. But the more and more we struggle, the more and more we struggle to get 20, 30, 40% possession in games, the more and more that we just have an average of 1 shot per at goal, at target, per game. The more we have shit statistics like that, yet the fans are going to be concerned and worried and have squeaky bums. Why wouldn't they be? We don't want a relegation, which is a nailed-on certainty if your luck runs out and we continue to play the same brand of dog shit that we have been. And we want a little bit of hope. I was going into the Newport game, literally shitting kittens. I could see the iceberg dead ahead. Newcastle fans can see the iceberg dead ahead, but we're not allowed to talk about it because we get called an ungrateful bunch, or pessimists, or every other negative way of describing the fan base. Goodness me, not asking for a great deal, competing in the Southampton Cup and having a little bit of a go in the League Cup. Fuck me. Anyway, big game at the weekend, no doubt about it. I'm pleased that we are through. I am pleased that we have got Brentford. We will have to see how that goes before Christmas. It would be a fantastic Christmas present. Forget anything else gift wrapped or we're born it. I would just like Newcastle to win that game and get through to the semi-final. If I got nothing else for Christmas, I would be over the moon with that particular one. Fingers crossed. Like you say, that the powers that be pull the fingers out of the arse, get a few players out of the door. I know Barlaser and he's due to be going, which is a shame because he's an academy product. But get a few more out and maybe try and bring 1 or 2 in. The Italian defenders being linked, I can't say it's the biggest priority in the world. Fabian Schär, he was back at Newport, brilliant, fantastic to see. He looked a lot better than what we'd seen towards the end of his last run. Great. Paul Dummett's back in training, so to me the priorities would lie elsewhere. We've got 2 right backs, but we probably need another left back. We probably need some more support out on the wings, but definitely number 1 priority is to bring another striker in. Because if Wilson gets injured, we are up shit creek without a paddle, because then we're forced to play either Andy Carroll, who shouldn't be anywhere near starting the game at his stage of the career when he's not scored for Newcastle in over a decade and not scored a Premier League goal in 3 years. Shouldn't be anywhere near starting that game with them statistics, because anybody else, any other players, Ala Joselu or Cisco or Luke or anybody else with those sort of stats would get absolute pelters. So I wouldn't have him anywhere near starting the games. I'd have him as an impact sub, most definitely, because he can come on and cause assists. But don't have him starting anymore. We need another striker because Gale is still ages away from becoming fit again. And with Gale, yes, he'll become fit again, but then it's a ticking time bomb down to the next injury. So we need another striker in, reinforcements up top definitely, maybe something at fullback and something in the wings as well. Let me know what you think we need to do before the close of the transfer window, which is coming up shortly. Score predictions for the weekend. Yeah, I've got to be confident. We are at home against Burnley, and on that basis alone, and I remember sitting through this last one and getting really agitated towards the end when it turned out and just went into an absolute bore fest. But I've got a feeling we've got to be able to do it, and maybe a 2-0 win against Burnley will take some pressure off going into the international snooze fest. And then we go again after that. So yeah, let me know your score predictions down below. Later on today, we have also got Kyle's view from NE29. That's coming out today. Also coming out is the worst ever Newcastle Select 11. That was more difficult than I actually originally thought, and some players were snatched away from me who were just in the Championship. didn't actually play for us in the Premier League. I'm thinking Alan Matt Sells. So yeah, but enjoyed that one. I really, really did. It was very funny with being able to record it and stuff. So that comes out on the podcast on Spotify later on. Links will be across all the socials. Carl's video will be out later on the spin-off YouTube channel, which is just the home for the man in the van, plus the view from NE29's videos. So check them out, please, if you will do. Thank you for supporting Magpie 24/7. It does mean a lot. I just wish we could report on more positive times. Yeah, great that we're through. But the football needs to improve if we are to make it consistently better, if we consistently to get better results and to move on. Steve, you've had the money in the world, you've had the players in, deliver a better brand of football, get off the fans' back, stop giving them a hard time, get on with the job in hand. Take care, keep it tuned, stay safe with all this COVID shit flying about, and I will speak to you later.